Hello everybody, this is Starman and welcome back to Let's Play Sam and Max Save the World. Last time you remember we saved Bosco's from unwanted video delivery. So shines a good deed in a weary world. And we have now explored everywhere in the neighborhood except for this new business, Sybil's 24-hour psychotherapy. So let's head on in.
Welcome! You look like you could use some therapy!
Not from a wide-eyed circus freak like you. Hey, it's another one of the soda poppers!
Me?
Right, you're,
Peepers!
I don't know what you're talking about! My name is Sybil Pandemic, licensed psychotherapist!
are you sure your name is Sybil, not Peepers?
Absolutely! Sybil Pandemic, licensed psychotherapist, that's me!
He's trying to pull a fast one, Sam. Where's your gun?
Violence is not the answer!
Since when? Sam, we're dealing with a dangerously delusional psychotic here.
Obviously. Sybil's normally a girl's name, isn't it?
Must have been tough while you were growing up.
Why do you think I became a licensed psychotherapist?
That's a fair point, actually.
But we see your driver's license or some sort of ID. Sybil.
My psychotherapy license is hanging over there on the wall.
How about something with a picture on it, you obvious lunatic, you?
I could draw one on there if it would put your mind at ease.
Oddly, I don't think it would. You're a dead ringer for Peepers from that old soda popper show.
I get that a lot, but I'm Sybil Pandemic, licensed psychotherapist.
Right. How about a little analysis?
Certainly. Tell me what's bothering you.
It's not me, it's Max.
Hey!
He thinks he's a rabbit.
I am a rabbit!
See?
Yes, well, I would recommend Brady Culture's EyeBow video for this situation. Good eye health helps combat delusions.
I'm a rabbit!
Ibo? Yes, my runny, poached egg-like eyes could use a workout.
You won't regret it.
Who's this lady culture person?
Brady! Brady Culture! He's only the most insightful and amazing man on the planet, that's all!
It's not Sean Penn?
Not anymore!
I'm so disillusioned.
What's highbrow exactly?
EyeBow! It's called EyeBow! It's a system of ocular exercises!
So you can do push-ups with your eyes?
Sort of. Just watch the video.
Have you got a copy of this cockamamie video?
I'm all out, but they probably still got a truckload or two over at Bosco's.
Enough said. Excuse me for a minute, would you?
Sure.
Now, let's take a look around the place.
Ah, the tiki. Pulled over from the days when you could sell all kinds of cheap crap without a successful children's television show.
Envious?
A little.
Yeah, the Sam and Max animated series did not last very long, sadly.
Hello? Is anybody there? Can I play with that?
Oh, it's good exercise for the eyes, but Brady Culture's EyeBow video is better.
Ah, taxidermy. The dead are truly the kitsch of the living.
And vice versa.
You're an unfathomable well of something, Max. That may be the least relaxing sign I've ever seen.
What about the one at the barber shop that says low fatality rate?
I stand corrected. It's eerily lifelike for a fake plant.
The same could be said for a lot of our friends.
It's eerily lifelike for a fake plant.
The same could be said for a lot of our friends.
I think those might be iron-ons.
Convenient and painful. A surefire hit with the average consumer.
Skin art.
Is that art for skin or art made from skin?
Your ideas are effervescent pustules, Max. Sparkly and disgusting. Impressive credentials.
Thank you.
Very reassuring. I've got half a mind to stretch out for a little bit.
I think you have to stretch the whole thing, or it rips.
You baffle me sometimes, Max. It's getting late.
Hey, Sam, if it's always getting later and later, then how come it's early sometimes?
That's one of the great mysteries, little buddy.
And nothing over here except the closet door, which you may have noticed earlier had odd thumping noises coming from it.
Thank God! I've been locked in that closet so long I was starting to invent life stories for the mothballs. I've got to sit down. Oh my God! He's still here? Call a cop!
You're in luck, ma'am. Sam and Max. We're freelance police.
Sybil Pandemic, licensed psychotherapist. Nice to know ya. Arrest that lunatic immediately!
I thought psychotherapists didn't use words like lunatic.
Really? Does it say that in the handbook?
The psychotherapist handbook or the lunatic's handbook?
There's a difference? But he's my pal.
You're friends with that overgrown sociopathic child?
Oh, sorry. I thought you meant this overgrown sociopathic child. What's the charge?
Assault! Kidnapping! Identity theft!
Those are good charges.
Some of my favorites! And what about mopery?
He locked me in the closet, and he's been pretending he's me!
Gadzooks! Why?
Well, these cases can be very complicated and delicate. There may be repressed feelings of inadequate transference, or latent unwarranted hypochondriac Freudianism.
Come again?
He's a complete whack job. Although actually, now that I look closely, I think he's been hypnotized.
Great thundering jellyfish on the squishy road to mayhem. Hypnosis.
Yep, that's what I said.
How can you tell? He looks so normal and lifelike.
I'm a licensed psychotherapist. It takes a professional eye.
Can we borrow your eye? We'll bring it back.
Are there steps we can take? Soothing music, or perhaps some sort of invasive surgery?
Shock treatment! Shock treatment!
Typically, a hypnotic state can be revised after rendering the subject susceptible to new input.
Sorry, I don't speak psychotherapist.
You've got to knock them unconscious to bring them out of it.
Knock him unconscious! Now you're talking!
I can demonstrate on this guy if you'll knock him out for me.
Consider it done!
Well, we do have a handy-dandy device for knocking someone out. Unfortunately...
I can see you!
Whoa! Where'd he go?
Hey, there he is.
You attacked a licensed psychotherapist? How could you?
Just comes naturally, I guess.
And nothing in the closet, unfortunately. Except for that odd cow doll.
This tear gas grenade launcher is just a salad shooter and some pureed onions.
But it's good enough for taking out peepers.
Oh, Sybil.
Yes?
The other Sybil.
What is that?
Don't worry, this won't hurt a bit.
No!
But it will make you cry.
Hey, Peepers.
Sybil!
Right. You're under arrest for kidnapping and impersonating a psychotherapist.
Ridiculous! I'd never do that. After all, I'm a psychotherapist myself.
You're definitely a psycho-something.
You sure move fast for a man your age.
Well, a constant diet of beverages loaded with caffeine and sugar gives me the blood pressure and heart rate of a hummingbird.
Sam, what's the lifespan of a hummingbird?
Hush, little buddy. Excuse me for a minute, would you?
Sure.
I think we're going to have to try that again. I thought he kept trying through the conversation.
Oh, Sybil.
No!
And now...
Please, Sam, allow me.
Now, Peepers, this is going to hurt us a lot more than it's going to hurt you. Just kidding. It'll definitely hurt you more.
Sweet dreams, peeps.
I can see you.
Oh my, that was great. That was great. Wait a second. My evil plan is in ruins. The dog and bunny will rue the day they crossed me. Rue the day, I say.
Rue the day? Who says that?
Nice work, you two. Now I can try to bring him out of his hypnotic state. Take control of your mind.
I don't think he can hear you.
Sure he can. He's unconscious, not dead.
Minor detail.
Destroy the intruder in your dreams. Regain control.
What? Hey, what am I doing here? What's going on?
Sybil?
My name's not Sybil. It's Peepers.
Oh, yes, it is. Are you okay? How do you feel?
I've got a bit of a headache. I had the weirdest dream.
And there was someone unusual in your dream, wasn't there?
Yes, Brady Culture was there. He kept telling me to do stuff.
Aha!
I knew it!
That fiend hypnotized you to do his unspeakable bidding.
Peepers, what's the last thing you can remember?
I remember checking in at Brady Culture's home for former child stars.
He has his own nut house? Wow, we gotta meet this guy.
Where can we find this home for former child stars?
Oh, it's very secret. No one must ever find it. Think of the scandal.
But we need to find it so we can stop the madness, in a manner of speaking.
I want to help, but I just can't remember where it is.
Oh.
But my brothers might. They went with me. Hey, I didn't do anything really embarrassing, did I?
Nothing a simple exorcism can't fix.
Oh, dear.
Well, now that he's gone, we can talk
Hey,
to
Doc.
Sybil a bit
Hey,
more.
Sam. Thanks for taking care of that wacko. I wish there was some way I could repay you.
Have you got 10 grand?
I'm new at this. I have a lot of student loans.
Great! Loan us a student. I can ride it around like a pony.
It's nice to see you show such enthusiasm. Security.
Max might like a tattoo.
Ooh, yeah! I want a map of the Netherlands on my Netherlands.
I get the cold shivers just thinking about remembering hearing you say that.
I'm out of the tattoo business anyway. I'm a licensed psychotherapist.
Can you fix cars? Ours sometimes makes a noise like an orangutan with the dry heaves.
That's my fault. I've been keeping an orangutan in the trunk.
Oh, never mind.
I'm not much of a mechanic anyway, except with unicycles.
I suppose you could psychoanalyze me.
Hey, yeah, I could count your marbles for you. I have a license, you know.
Will this be painful?
Only if we do it right. Now, there are a couple things we can try. We could look at some ink blots, we could try some free association, I could interpret your dreams for you.
But we're going to hold off on this for a bit because we actually do need to do this for a puzzle later.
Actually, let's save the psychoanalysis for later.
Postponing responsibilities. Interesting.
Actually, we do have another responsibility to tend to first. Because having seen what Sybil did to Peepers, we can now do it on the rest of the soda jerks. I mean soda poppers. Because Specs is still here.
Take control of your mind.
Is it working?
I don't know. Destroy the intruder in your dreams.
Snap out of it, you big baby.
What's going on? Why is my outfit all wrinkled?
He's back.
Quick, act like a chicken.
No, tell us where we can find Brady Culture's home for former child stars. We've got to stop that fiend from hypnotizing anyone else.
The home? It's 227 something. Wizard would remember the street. He always does the driving.
Can you take us there?
Are you kidding? I've got hours of ironing to do.
Well, that was helpful.
Well, it actually was a little helpful, but one thing that occurs to me I don't think we quite managed earlier.
On this week's edition of Oh, Is He Still Alive?, we look at the stars of the 1970s television hit, The Soda Poppers.
I love shows that destroy all our cherished delusions about the stars we once loved.
During the Soda Poppers' heyday, young Specs was the role model for obsessive neat freaks all over the globe. Ticker-tape-free ticker-tape parades were thrown in honor of the Soda Popper, who never missed a spot. Backstage, though, things were quite a bit dirtier. Specs' obsession with perfection caused massive delays in shooting and infuriated co-workers. He famously demanded over 11,000 retakes of the line, "You made me mess up," made all the more annoying because of his tendency to repeat the line immediately after reading it. Following the show, Specs was rarely seen in public, although he did make one ill-fated venture into celebrity tag team mud wrestling, getting pinned in a record 3 seconds as he desperately tried to wipe down the ring with a dish rag. The meltdown utterly enraged his tag team partner and good friend, the Dog from My Mother the Dog, who stormed out of the arena without a word. They haven't spoken since. Coming up next, the soda popper who couldn't always keep it in.
I don't think he'll give
Who
us...
could ever forget Whizzer and his hilarious bathroom breaks? His time out for number one adorned lunchboxes all over the nation for the better part of the 70s. Behind the scenes, though, Whizzer's bladder problems were no laughing matter. The writers learned early on never to give Whizzer the only existing copy of the script. On the set, they even had a term for a script that needed to be redone. It's been whizzed.
Oh, that whizzer. He just charmed my little pants off from day one.
You don't even wear pants.
Sure, not anymore.
For years after the soda poppers went off the air, Whizzer desperately fought his addiction to designer bottled water, a war he would ultimately lose. The problem came to a climax one evening during a formal dinner at a posh Manhattan restaurant. Visibly loaded with water, Whizzer publicly was unable to hold it in. Unable to hold it in all over the floor, most of the tablecloth, and even, ironically, the 4-foot-tall ice sculpture of himself created specifically for the occasion. Coming up next, the soda popper known for a really big part of his anatomy. Audiences all over the world fell in love with Peepers and his cute big eyes. On the set, though, Peepers was not quite so beloved. While his high-pitched voice was a hit with audiences, it reportedly drove a number of his co-workers to alcoholism. Eventually, the show's director stopped bringing Peepers back in to loop missing dialogue, getting the needed lines simply by scraping his fingernails over a chalkboard.
I never noticed a difference.
Even after the show left the airwaves, Peepers' "I Can See You" warmed the hearts of all who heard it. All that is, except apparently the students of Our Lady of Buttered Toast Girls' School. Peepers' tenure as the gym teacher for the prestigious Catholic school came to an abrupt end when his familiar catchphrase was taken the wrong way in the girls' locker room. And coming up next, the child star who never was. Few, if any, remember the show that the soda poppers replaced. Culture's Clubhouse, hailed as television for the sophisticated 6 to 8-year-old, fell victim to the soda popper juggernaut and was quickly scrapped. Its young star, Brady Culture, struggled to find work and acceptance in the wake of the show's cancellation. Unable to find another role, Brady dabbled in every religion, creed, and belief system he could find. Buddhism, Judaism, pointillism, Scientology, horsematology, nerfmatology, prismatology, and even stinkmatology. But what ultimately became of Brady Culture? No one knows.
Brady Culture's being lifted from obscurity by his former rivals?
I think this qualifies as a baffling mystery, Sam.
You may be right.
Coming up next, we'll repeat everything you've just heard.
Nice of them to let you know this time around. But yes, did we all get that very important background information we should have seen before now? Good. Because we have one more concussed soda jerk to wake up.
Hello.
Take control of your mind. Destroy the intruder in your dreams.
Nicely done, Sam. You're a natural.
Oh, where am I? Who are you?
Don't worry, we're freelance police.
Police! Oh no!
He's getting away in that truck!
Quick, follow that soda popper.
Hurry, Sam. He's getting away. Watch out! Oh! Oh!
Take the wheel, little buddy.
With pleasure.
Got him.
Yes! Don't shoot!
Aside from the fact that we just plugged your truck, why would you think we'd shoot you?
Except for the obvious sport value, of course.
It's just, you always see cops on the news beating up some guy just because he's a former child star.
We would never dream of hurting former child stars. We just need to find the home where Brady Culture keeps them.
Oh, why didn't you say so? It's right over there, across the street.
Jumping elephant fleas.
How devilishly convenient.
Thanks.
Does anyone know where I can find a bathroom?
From the look of the neighborhood, it's all bathroom.
Not much of a secret, is it? Looks like a shifty character to me.
Don't they all?
This one's very locked. It says here they only treat patients with something called artificial personality disorder.
Sounds tasty. What's in it?
Apparently it's common in former child stars. Symptoms include, let's see, obsession with money, violent reactions to dentistry, and an unconscious desire to see one's peers getting older.
Forsooth.
You don't even know what that means, do you?
No, but it sounds all classically literate.
Disturbing little monkey. Reminds me of a job I had once.
You were a monkey?
Essentially. Locked. The power of Ibo.
Looks more like the glower of Ibo.
Well, not much we can do with this, but
I wonder if I should take this to a professional.
in case we needed a hint on where to go next.
Where we going, Sam?
Back to the office.
Because of a little help from Sybil, we can get this form filled out properly. And now it's night.
Do you think I might have artificial personality disorder?
Interesting.
Symptoms include, let's see, obsession with money, violent reactions to dentistry, and an unconscious desire to see one's peers getting older.
Hey, I know! I could psychoanalyze you.
Alright, let's start with ink blots.
How do ink blots work?
And can we make them ourselves?
It's easy. I just show you some pictures, and you tell me what you see. Your responses can reveal things like obsessions, or obsessions. Take a look at this, and tell me what you see.
A Calvin Klein commercial. Alright, well, obviously the answer here is that we pick all the answers that sound like they have something to do with money. In this case, go with pennies.
Pennies on the eyes of a dead mime.
Interesting. Now, how about this one?
And you get different results each time you play the game, so you might also have obsession with fame, in which case you choose the ones involving fame. So in this case, opulent mansion, that would
An SUV
indicate
crashing
wealth.
into an opulent mansion.
And this?
My Uncle Louie's moth-eaten wallet.
Now this one. What do you see?
Elephants at the New York Stock Exchange.
And this one?
Orangutan escaping from the trunk of a DeSoto.
A debit card fed through a document shredder.
Well, judging by your responses, you seem to be fairly obsessed with money. That's a symptom of artificial personality disorder. I'd better mark it on your chart. Very interesting. We should test you for the other symptoms of APD.
Whatever you say, Sawbones.
I'm not a sawbones. I'm a psychotherapist.
Tomato, tomato. Hey, I'm getting hungry.
What's free association like?
It's a test of your reactions to things in your life. I say a word, and then you just say or do the first thing that comes into your head.
Dance a samba, recite the alphabet, scream at the top of my lungs, that sort of thing?
Interesting.
Have we started already?
No, but now we will. Ready?
Is that the word?
No, the word is tumbleweed.
Eucalyptus.
Interesting. Now try this one. Crown.
Well, since that is a dentistry term...
Be careful where you wave that thing in my office.
Oh, I'm always careful.
Violent reaction to the word. Very interesting. Comb.
Lampblack.
I see. Well, this has been illuminating.
Yes?
Your responses lead me to believe that you have an unusually violent reaction to dentistry.
You should see him at the podiatrist's.
It could be symptomatic of artificial personality disorder. I'd better mark this on your chart.
2 down, 1 to
You
go.
have 2 of the symptoms listed on this form.
Am I deranged?
I don't want to alarm you, but probably.
Can I have your hat when they commit you?
Sure, little buddy. Can you really learn anything from my grotesque, nonsensical dreams?
Oh, absolutely. They reveal your subconscious. It's like peeling an onion.
Youch!
Now just relax and try to remember your dream.
Okay, here goes. My dreams always start in the office, but this time things were different.
Yes, I can picture it. Tell me what happened.
I noticed something odd on the dartboard.
Oh, something you're shooting for. What was your target?
It was a psychotherapy diploma.
Interesting. Do you secretly want to become a therapist?
No, I publicly want to become a therapist.
Oh, you kidder. Please, try to be serious.
And we do have some options, and different things happen depending on what we play around with.
I noticed something peculiar in the water cooler.
Ah, the water cooler, a source of refreshment. What was in it?
There was a grubby little rat floating in there.
You subconsciously find rats refreshing? Well, I guess that explains why you moved into this neighborhood.
I noticed something peculiar in the water cooler.
A source of refreshment. What was it?
It was a massive, death-dealing revolver.
You subconsciously find revolvers refreshing?
Oh no, it's quite conscious, I assure you.
I noticed something peculiar in the water cooler.
A source of refreshment. What was it?
It was a crisp new copy of Self-Loathing Weekly.
Oh, that is refreshing. I never miss an issue.
Hanging on the coat rack was a necktie in the shape of a noose.
Oh my. Sam, I'm not sure how to put this, but I think you may need a therapist. Oh wait, I forgot I am one.
I noticed something odd on the dartboard.
What was the target?
It was a beautiful picture of a toilet brush.
Freud warned of this. Tell me, Sam, do you take pleasure in moving your own bowels?
I take pleasure in moving others.
I noticed something odd on the dartboard.
What was the target?
It was a garish tattoo.
Wow! Wow, that is so deep.
In other words, you don't know what it means.
No.
I prepared to leap out of the window.
Oh, was that the end of your dream?
No, wait, I forgot something.
Oh, do continue then.
I noticed something strange growing on my plant.
Yes, the plant represents a source of sustenance. What was on it?
It was a can of some unknown carbonated beverage.
I think you need a dietitian, not a therapist.
I noticed something strange growing on my plant.
A source of sustenance. What was on it?
A hefty sack of cash was in full flower.
Oh, you think money grows on trees? You're dreaming.
I noticed something strange growing on my plant.
A source of sustenance. What was on it?
Needles. It was a cactus.
Your sustenance is needles. Is there something you want to tell me, Sam?
Yes, there is. This isn't costing me anything, is it? I noticed something strange growing on my plant.
A source of sustenance. What was on it?
The plant was bare, but for a single decaying leaf.
How sad. Well, good thing it's just a dream.
Yeah.
I remembered that I'd just gotten something from the bakery.
Oh, is there going to be a celebration? What did you get?
It was a cheesecake. And I mean literally a piece of cheese in a cake.
What does that represent?
No, that doesn't mean anything. It's just random nonsense.
Well, this is fun, but
I didn't notice anything unusual there.
Then why do you mention it?
I don't know.
Interesting.
I realized there was someone else in the room with me.
Oh, you had a special guest. Who was it?
It was Max.
Ah, yes, your imaginary friend.
Excuse me, I'm standing right next to you, lady.
In your dream, was Max doing anything unusual?
Well, he was saying the Pledge of Allegiance to the tune of Camptown Races.
I pledge allegiance to my gun, doo-dah, doo-dah.
But that's not unusual.
Okay, so now we've got Max here, but we need something to denote getting older.
Not a thing was on TV.
Suggesting you feel television is an intellectual wasteland, devoid of any and all worthwhile content.
No, that can't be right. I remembered that I'd just gotten something from the bakery.
Oh, sounds like you and your special guest there were having a little celebration. What did you get?
It was a wedding cake, ripe for the toppling.
A wedding cake? You want to marry her? Well, let me just say, I hope you two will be very happy together.
Thanks. I had just gotten something new from the bakery.
For a celebration, perhaps? What did you get?
Actually, what we want it to be is a birthday cake.
It was an overly frosted birthday cake.
Wait a second. The birthday cake, your friend, you subconsciously want to see your peers get older.
I could have told you that.
This is a definite symptom of artificial personality disorder.
Yes, I mean, I hope it's not serious.
I'd better mark this on your chart. Wow! It must be artificial personality disorder. You've got all the signs. I bet I can get a paper out of this.
Best ship me off to some sort of home for former child stars, then.
I've signed this admissions form, but you'll have to arrange your own transportation. I'm about to be really busy publishing the details of your case.
Since you're crazy, can I drive?
Jumping vehicular homicide, no.
All right. Well, with that accomplished, we'll go ahead and close this chapter out. And next time, we will infiltrate the home for crazy child stars. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.